Dear viewers, welcome to our channel GVS Bank Academy. Today I am going to discuss CIB. ABM, Advanced Bank Management. Most important questions for revision. Module number D, compliance. For October 2023 JAB examinations, we are starting classes, online classes from first week of June 2023. Interested members are requested to contact on this number. For CIB revision classes also are in progress. ABM Module D, Compliance and Corporate Governance. So question number 1. RBI has made classification of frauds based on provisions of. RBI has made classification of frauds based on provisions of IPC 1860, Indian Penal Code 1860. Fraud classification based on Indian Penal Code 1860. Second, fraud definition. Fraud IPC section 25. Fraud definition. A person is said to have done something fraudulently if he did it with intent to defraud but not otherwise. This is the fraud definition as per section 25 IPC. A person is said to have done something fraudulently if he did it with intent to defraud but not otherwise. Question number 3. Section 206 to 229 Companies Act. 206 to 229 Companies Act lay down laws relating to inspection of companies, enquiry and investigation corporate. Section 206 to 229, very important. Inspection, enquiry and investigation in corporate. Question number 4. Which committee has recommended introduction of compliance officer in banks? Which committee? Compliance officer introduced by RBI based on recommendations of Ghosh committee recommendations. Ghosh committee recommendations. Question number 5. Possibility of regulatory action of closing down business is annihilation risk. Possibility of regulatory action of closing down a business. Recently, SEBI has given 6 months notice plus closing down of business of Brickworks rating agency, that is called annihilation risk. Question number 6. Who will investigate whistle-blowing complaints in the companies? Who will investigate? Audit Committee of the Board. ACB, Audit Committee of the Board. Question number 7. Significant accounting policies, note to account. Bank's balance sheet, significant accounting policies, note to account. Schedule number 17, bank's balance sheet. In the bank's balance sheet, schedule number 7, significant accounting policies, note to account. There are 18 schedules are there. Out of 18, schedule number 17 is significant accounting policies, notes disclosure. 8th, chief compliance officer should not be member of any committee which brings conflict of interest. Where conflict of interest arises, he shall not be a member in any committee. However, in case the chief compliance officer is a member of any committee, she may have only advisory role. Normally, committee member is not allowed. If CCO is a member of a committee, she may have only advisory role. Very important. Question number 9. The listed entity shall disseminate the information on its website and it is kept to upload within. Any changes are there, material events are there, Within how many days they have to upload to the website of the company. 2 days of any changes taking place, mandatory. Listed entity shall determine 2 days, within 2 days changes. Question number 10, Regulation 30, SEBI listing obligations. Disclosure of material events by listed entity whose equity and convertible securities are listed in stock exchange. Equity shares, convertible securities are listed, then they have to disclose as per Regulation 30 SEBI listing arrangement. Question number 11, very important, gunshot question. Quality assurance and improvement program covering all aspects of the compliance function shall be subject to independent external review periodically. Quality assurance improvement program covering all aspects of the compliance function shall be reviewed independent external review periodically at least once in 3 years. At least once in 3 years. Question number 12. Compliance policy, bank's compliance policy should be reviewed at least once in a year. Compliance policy review at least once in a year. Question number 13. Benefits of effective compliance risk management. What are the benefits they are getting if effective compliance risk management? Reduce risk of fines, penalties by regulators, increased customer confidence, satisfaction, improved efficiency and effectiveness. Very important. Reduce risk of fines, penalties, increased customer confidence, improved efficiency. Forensic audit focusing on forensic audit, potential fraud, financial misconduct. Potential fraud, financial misconduct. 15. Source of current disclosure requirements for banks. What are the sources? As for which guidelines banks are disclosing? Number 1, as per Indian accounting standards. Number 1. Number 2, RBI guidelines as per Basel 3 requirements. Pillar number 3, Basel 2, pillar number 3, disclosures, market discipline. Third one is RBI guidelines for disclosure in financial statements. RBI guidelines for disclosure in financial statements. 16. Compliance risk in banks is closely related with operational risk. Compliance risk in banks is closely related with very important. 17. Chief Compliance Officer reporting to, this is also this. A monthly report on the position of compliance risk may be put up to the senior management or chief executive officer. A monthly report on the position of compliance risk may be put up to the senior management CEO. Second point, a brief report on the compliance position may also be placed before the board, audit committee of the board, audit committee on quarterly basis. Monthly basis to senior management to CEO. A brief report on the compliance position may also be placed either board of directors, ACB, board committee. Question number 17 is over. All questions are very important for next examination, immediate examination. This Nick Lesson. Nick Lesson is a derivative trader who bankrupted Barings Bank Limited, UK's oldest merchant bank. United Kingdom oldest merchant bank. He was bankrupted. Nick Lesson. Why? Fraudulent, unauthorized and speculative trades in derivative. By doing unauthorized derivative trading, fraudulent derivative trading and speculative derivative tradings, he had the Nick bankrupted the Barings Banks Limited. Nick Lesson, who bankrupted the Barings Bank Limited in UK. Fraudulent, unauthorized, speculative trades. 19. Net owned funds of, own funds of non-banking financial company, microfinancial institution or non-banking finance company, factoring companies. What is the minimum net owned funds? Presently 5 crores. Current means presently 5 crores up to this date. By 31/3/2025, net worth funds requirement 7 crores. And by 31/3/2021, 10 crores. This is the gradual manner. 5 crores now, 7 crores by 31/3/2025 and 10 crores by 27. 20. In 2007-8, in Indian banking industry, several banks were penalized by RBI and SEBI also, being found involved in mis-selling of complex derivative products too. In 2007-8, several banks were penalized, being found involved in mis-selling complex derivative to unsophisticated customers. Means they are not that much sophisticated, and the customers who are dealing, they are inexperienced or unexperienced. They are not aware of the usage of the derivative products. That's why RBI and SEBI penalized almost so many banks, several banks, so many, all big banks, because of unsophisticated and unexperienced. Dear viewers, these 20 questions are very, very important for Saturday examination coming. So thank you very much for us to all for extending support to our channel. Thank you very much.